Hi guys, welcome back to my Norsden Land to Neso series, and a lot has happened since last time. I know it's been a while, but we were waiting on that quarry, and it's been a while since my last video because I got a hand injury. So um, because of that, I can only play one-handed Minecraft. Well, technically one and a half hand. I can't do that for Orbiter, though. I just need two hands for Orbiter. It makes me wonder what I could possibly do with three hands, only being able to use, like, one. But I think one is enough to use Minecraft, at least slowly. So now you can see here, we have a huge whole stack of ores that we got. And that's because we've updated the quarry. Now, if you'll notice on my mini-map, New Venice is now the brightest thing on the continent. I have laid out torches everywhere. There was a crime problem, so I laid out a whole bunch of torches at given intervals, and what do you know it, this is the safest place on the continent now. Aside from 3 crimes that did occur. I think there was 1 shooting and 1 mugging and even a biting that happened. But other than those 3 crimes, there was nothing else. No bombings, which is good. Okay, so New Venice now lit up, as you guys understand. This is going to be new. While I was waiting for the quarry, and I'm going to update you guys on the quarry, while I was waiting for the quarry to collect resources, and now we have enough, you can see my neighbors enjoy... My neighbors enjoy using my urban... What would this word be? Urban civil engineering projects. So, meanwhile, you can see I have now dug the station. The station that was supposed to be under here, I think I marked out where this was before with the tracks and everything. And here are the station platforms right here. Looks like there's 4 of them going south and west, and there are 2 going north and east, obviously because we're in the northeast, so we don't need nearly as many rails going back this way. And I've dug the tunnels as well. The tunnels go both ways now, and oh, everybody will love this. Remember I mentioned an underground railroad? The subway. I dug it. Here it is. This is actually the track work. We are in... What station is this? This is the North Center station. Let me bring up the map real quick so that you guys can recall. Okay, so here we have our train map here, and you'll see this. So what I did was, if I zoom in, you will see the red line and the purple line. I should not call them as such. I should say the red mark and the purple mark because I don't want to confuse them with subways, which you often say line with. But now you can see the star is where the station is. You can see the markings here that I dug before I dug the framework for the station. And here is the south and west lines going out, and then the north and east lines here go out this way. And now you can see 5 lines of my subway. Yes, this time I'm going to call them lines because it's subways. And I dug the entire infrastructure for this. There's going to be tracks going in both directions. And there's some very interesting architecture in here. Like, for example, this and this here are underground flying junctions. And those are very interesting because of the whole architecture of it. But you can see here, way out in the forest here, the western line splits with the southern line. And of course lines 4, 5, and 6 are not visible. here. And I've just been using the subways now for foot transport. No railroads are down yet, other than the. I did actually place the track for the very beginning of the number one line, or the number one rail, which goes out west. But we're actually going to do a railroad to the eastern landing. What did I call that? Buzzaconjour Beach. We're doing a railroad to Buzzaconjour Beach first, which is a combination of the 1 and 2 lines. Or tracks. Ugh. Okay, and so here we have the north line. I think I'm going to call this the forest coastline. I'm not 100% sure that's what it's called, but I think it's the forest coastline. Marked with purple. And here we can see it's paralleling Route N4, and here's the northern end of the railway tunnel that I was telling you about. So this is the railway tunnel here, and then it's going to round the corner, and then here you are. You arrive right in the station in the downtown of New Venice. Now, to go the other direction, you would have to reroute the train into these platforms. And then when you're ready to go, the train leaves, goes under the harbor, in a tunnel under the harbor, and then begins to go up and eventually surface west of the city. And from here, the railroad continues moving west and south. So here you can see this would be Route W45, again now paralleling W45, and you can see that the markings here, I placed some of the rails but not much. This is what we're going to try and accomplish this episode. I think we have enough rails to do it. And then at this point here, you can see it leaves the road concurrency, and then this is it right here. This is the junction between that I showed you on the map between the red western line and the blue southern line, which I think is called the southeast coastline, but I'm not 100% sure. Just get rid of these. And now you can see, what time is it? Oh, we have plenty of time. And now you can see this is where the line goes west, and the railroad that we're going to be doing continues here south on the southeast coastline, I believe it's called. And this basically continues down this direction much in the same fashion, all the way down to Buzzaconjour Beach. Okay, now we're going to check on the quarry. I don't recall that you guys have ever seen this before, but you can't tell, but we had our old quarry here. I did such a good job making sure that no evidence was left other than maybe a tree or two missing. The quarry is right under our feet. I filled in the top with dirt, and you can't even tell. In the meantime, because that quarry ran out so fast, it was merely a test quarry because it didn't last too long and I didn't get much. I set up this much larger version and used the gold that I got to build a second windmill. And now you can see the power is working just fine, super fast. And look at the speed of the quarry. It mines really, really fast. And it's also much larger. It's 32 by 32. I could not rewire the glitch, so here you still see 2 in operation. And we have got stacks amongst stacks of ores, so we're in great shape. If I look down, we're actually still relatively in the beginning stages of the quarry. See if I can, no, that's not going to work, and I can't see, oh yeah, there you can see right there. So it's not more than a quarter of the way down right now, and we already have 10 stacks. I think I calculated for this entire quarry we would be able to do one of the long lines of railroad all the way up to one of the corners of Norsden land, or we could do the entire subway. We're going to be doing the subway relatively soon. How did I not notice this before? Or maybe I just chose to ignore it. Okay. So after we get this first line done, I want to get the subway done so that we can start using it. So this pipe basically goes back, and we're going to head back there now. You can now see these things here mark the stations. So this station is Enterprise. And you can see as we go, there'll be a number of stations. We're going to be following the red line back to our house. And I've been using the railroad trackage as a transportation route. Why is this too wide? I guess I anticipated this to be a pedestrian bridge or something. Okay, but basically, this would be the, what is it, the J Center or something like that? No, it's the Faraday Center. Okay. So then this is another station here, Faraday Center. And then, portals. So we go underground into a double tunnel, and this is Lemon Island, the first underground station. After that, you leave, and there's all sorts of infrastructure. And here's what I was talking about. Remember when I said that I wanted a subway so that I could run the pipe down in the subway like they do in real-world cities like under Manhattan? This is exactly what I want to do, and I've accomplished it. So here's one of the running tunnels here, and then you'll go through, and then you'll just see tunnels left and right where different lines converge, and this is one of the flying junctions that I told you about. This is interchange. It's an underground station only, and it's only designed for going from transferring people from one line to another. This is another set of lines down here. This is the, what is it, blue and orange or something? Yes, it's the, it's the blue and orange lines, which are right here. And they split up among the tracks which are down there. So, when operational, we would hop aboard a train right here, and it would take us right down all the way to the Capitol Building station, which is under my basement. So it's supposed to drop us off right here, and then we can just go right inside. There's the yellow line on the other side, and now here we are. Now if we go back into the other tunnel, here now you can see the pipe that's being fed down the line, and it basically goes off into there, goes through a number of diamond pipings for sorting. I had to evict the cobblestone and the dirt. There's just no way to store it, and I seriously doubt that we would ever possibly fill up, or that we would need all of this. I have, a chest full of miscellaneous, and then I have 2 large chests full of cobblestone, and then I have almost 2 large chests full of dirt. There's just no way we're going to use it. I calculated it. These 3 chests alone would have enough cobblestone to pave W45 all the way across the country, and N1 and N4 all the way north-south of their concurrency through the country. And so I've extended some of them. W45 now goes out to the edge of this map here, out to the west. N1 goes south to Buzzaconjour Beach now, but there's no bridge over the water there. So almost to Buzzaconjour Beach. N4 now goes north towards the dunes, as does N1. So I've extended it. For the things that I love how I can just go outside now and not worry about getting mugged, or I guess it's bit, or especially bombed, because I really hate that. But you can see the stuff that does make it through the sorting system gets fed up on the side of the building here. I was going to use some facades, or however you pronounce it, so that you don't see it. But when I found that we needed, what was it, an assembly table or something? No, I don't see it anymore. But it was basically like an assembly or a machinery table. It was something. And it was so difficult to build, and it involved gold and diamond and a whole bunch of stuff that I don't have lots of. That's yet still, we haven't gotten down there. But as for the quartz and the osmium, we couldn't be better. And now you can see here's some tin that's been accepted into here, and it's now coming into the chests. So now you can see here we have approximately 7-ish stacks of iron ore. Oh, but that's not all, because downstairs I took 3 stacks of iron ore, smelted them down, and crafted for the first time very rails of my own. They're sitting in the garage right now, waiting for us to place them down. Unfortunately, we won't be doing this in New Venice, so we do have to fast forward to the morning, because the crime evil lords get as far as they can. Right. Okay, so, right, 3 stacks of iron made this many rails. And I think it's enough. I think it's enough to get us to, what's that place? Buzzaconjour Beach. This should be 550 rails, unless I'm mistaken, and I think 550 will get us there. So I'm going to take the 8 stacks out and leave 49 for an emergency. And here I found a recipe to make our very own guide to the train. And now you can see a whole bunch of other stuff that we have to do. Let me see if we can go back to the beginning. So somewhere in here, derailment. Okay, 90 kilometers per hour. I'll have to remember that when I'm installing speed limits. Tracks 2. What is this? I'm going to have to pause that and read that. Okay, so I don't know what it means about energy tracks, because I checked it and we don't have any of them. And I have no idea what they mean by this tracks 2. It doesn't seem like we have those either. So what's the difference between the Builder 1 and the Builder 2? I guess it's that you can use a freight cart or something. But basically the Builder is how we're going to build our long distance tracks. But for the short distance tracks, that's okay. Okay, diesel. We'll have to do that later. But basically, you can see all the stuff that we need to do. We have to set up the machines first before we can start making things, and then we can finally make a train that will work. For the very beginning, I just want it to move. That's all I care. I don't care about how fast it is. I just want it to move. As long as it moves, I'm fine with it. And then we can start building up the technology from there. You want to get a prototype before you start doing other things. So we'll have a sleep, and we're now ready to build the railroad. And if we're lucky, we'll have some left over that we can use for the subway. Okay, so apparently some quartz got rejected, but that's okay. It's just dust. Okay, so we have a bright and early start. We're going to start laying this rail down. Now let's hope I can find... oh, heck, I'll just use the closest station. This is either Astoria or Chateau Library. I think it's the Chateau Library station. Okay, yeah, that just goes down. So, hop on board, ride to the next station, which is the, what would it be called? I guess it's just New Venice Union or National Station. I'm going to have to think. I think I have an official name for it. Oh, well. Okay, so anyway, get to building. So, okay. So as of now, I just want to start from the very beginning so that we have a rail that goes straight from the platforms all the way out. So here is the very beginning of it. Oh shoot. Well, it'll probably be dark anyway. I forgot, we need some cobblestone because there's a bridge that I need to build. And here's the start of it. So we're going to start by laying this rail all the way down, and we're going to continue in this fashion till we get there. Of course, mindful of all of the things in the way. Oh yeah, and we're also going to have to deal with the vines. I didn't cut down several vines, so we need to take care of that as well. Okay, and that's the end of our 8th stack. So here we are at the level crossing with N45, and I caught that. So now we go west. Looks like it works in the faster version. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video while I take these vines out. That took much longer than it needed to, because one-handed takes a long time. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of frame rate there. A frame rate, not a drop, but what's the opposite of a drop? I guess it's a spike. Although that still sounds negative. Okay, so here's our bridge over the, what's that Western Lake's name? It's either, I think it's Rush, it's either Rush or Westlake, so this would be, oh dear. This would be then the Rush River or something like that. Okay, so now we come off the bridge. Here's the turn, and straight down, and okay, there's the end of our 7th stack. Okay, so then we parallel the subway, which is over there. And okay, here's the junction. So the line goes west that way, and here's now where we continue down southeastward. And I'm thinking I might even put a little commuter station in here next to the subway, because I would imagine the subway would probably be faster and more direct. Take these vines out. Than subway should probably be faster and more direct than the rail inside of the city. But once it gets out, it's designed to go very, very fast in the future when we can afford such upgrades. And so like over here, there it is. What is that, Enterprise? I want that to be a transfer point. So you would get off the subway here, walk right over to the high-speed train, and then just ride that off. Okay. Still have almost 5 stacks. Okay, so now we parallel the quarry line, the pipeline here. And then we basically continue south and eastward. Let's bring up the map. It's going to be 5. Okay, and we'll basically continue in this direction till we get down there. And so now we turn the southwards and enter the wilderness. Although not quite, because we still have a few. So that's half of our rails there. I don't think we're going to have any leftovers, and we might not finish. Which is a little bit discouraging, because I really thought that was a lot of rails. Okay, so yeah, we're about 153 miles south of New Venice. We're still very much in the general area. I'm going to take these vines out now. We're still in the general area of the city, so not quite in the wilderness, but you're not going to see anything. Once we go past Route N1, the bridge, the Great Harbor Bridge, then we'll truly be in the wilderness. Okay. Okay, I see. Here it is. Yeah, we're definitely not going to finish because I can tell you what I've done in the future, or the past. What I've done in the past was after a point, these rails stop and then they become dirt mounds, and we're not even there yet, which tells me we're not even close to being halfway done. So we could be in trouble. Okay, so it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're going to have to quit soon for the day. Okay, so I took out the vines. Aha, and here it is right here. Okay, so this is the start of the dirt mounds now, and these basically will mark where we're going. That was the end of the place track. So now as well, we also have no help from the what little track was there is now gone. So we're on our own. Okay, so this is a intermediate marker. Okay, and sundown is now upon us. So this is the end for the day. We're almost due south of New Venice. I would doubt. I would doubt we're probably more than a third of the way there. It's kind of weird though, because I thought I did the calculation, and I thought I calculated 600 rails would do it. Although that might have just I'm pretty sure that was for the entire thing. Yeah, I could swear that I calculated 600. Okay, so it's dusk now, and I will restart the video when we get back to the railroad tomorrow morning. Okay, so we're back now, us and our measly 2.5 stacks that remain. I looked at the calculations, and it was not 600, but 905 rails that were needed to connect Buzzaconjour Beach with New Venice. Why 905? I have absolutely no idea, because clearly it's only 328 to Buzzaconjour Beach from here, and then another 177, making for a grand total of just about 600. No, 500. Maybe that's where that number came from. That would make sense. But nope, 905, and 905 happens... 905 happens to be 5.5 stacks. So we're going to be just over halfway done. So when we run out, I will pause the video again while I smelt down another 3 stacks of iron, and then come back for the finishing. Hopefully we will finish, and I'll also pick up that cobblestone for the bridge as well. I'm going to bet, too, that we're probably going to run out of track nearly right as the sun goes down. Oh, no, never mind. It's only 1 o'clock. I was thinking it... Sorry, the video just ran out on me. I was saying, I thought it took us half a day to get here, so I would just figure that we would have run out of time by now. But nope, we still have a little bit more time. Should probably, yeah, because after this we have one stack left. We still haven't gotten near the ocean yet. We're still a long way into it. We're 7... doesn't look like those are going to interfere with anything. We're 7 stacks in now, and we're still not to the harbor bridge. We're finally southeast of New Venice. Yeah, the harbor bridge is... I'm actually surprised why it's not visible now. It really should be visible. We're not that far off from it now. Maybe if we're lucky, now the line will turn east for a long time, and we'll eventually get... I don't think it goes to right paralleling N1 until you get very close to Buzzaconjour Beach. But I'm pretty sure it gets pretty close to N1. I think close enough to see it, at least. Okay, so this is going to be it now. Ooh, it's another cave. So we'll just go ahead and bridge that off. Hopefully it's no sewer, or we could end up with a pond here. Perfect. I have just enough to do this maneuver. So we're turning south again, and that's going to be our last move until we can get more track, which will happen because I have a lot of iron, and I have even more coming. So I dare to say bring it on. I think I can take any amount of iron that I need right now. That'll change in the future, but we're going to have more quarries up. So from here we go south, and it's probably going to be faster now to go back via N1. And no, I still don't see it. Well, finally, there it is in the corner, but we're still a long way from the coast. I guess New Venice is a lot more further inland than I thought. Although the map is very deceiving. It's only like 200 miles inland. I don't see why it looks so much further. Okay, so now we're on N1, which now goes almost all the way to Buzzaconjour Beach there in the south. And we're going to take it all the way back to W45 and then get back to New Venice that way. It's very safe because it's the open path, and as soon as you get into New Venice, it's bright. So if the sun were going down right now, it wouldn't hurt anything because we'd be back in time to New Venice when it got dark. So we're all out of rails, so I will come back when we get together all of the items that we need. That is the cobblestone for the bridge. Okay, for the cobblestone, I say bring it on, because literally for everything, because I honestly can't imagine that we're going to need it. And if there's any reason why we should need more, we can just pipe those back into it and fill that chest up again in another probably 3 or 4 minutes is all it takes, I would imagine, to fill that chest up. So cobblestone and more rails. The smelting is going to be the long thing. No, I don't want to go downstairs. No. Nah. Okay, so I will see you guys back at the railroad for the completion of the track. Okay, so things have been smelting the whole night. And I presume we should now have enough. We'll just leave the extras as leftovers. I mean, I would hope there would be enough. Yeah, so 5.5 stacks. I had 3. Maybe not. Alright, we'll wait. Okay, so I put almost 3 stacks in, and it gave me 7 stacks out. these 7 stacks will hopefully be able to finish it off. So here's our next marker. Oh, I can almost see Buzzaconjour Beach on the map. Oh, these vines are so irritating. I'd be done building, most certainly by now. Okay, there's the next one. Okay, Buzzaconjour Beach is now on the mini-map. So now I can visually check my progress. Where are we? Sweet. Still haven't eaten up my first stack yet. And there's the first one. We almost halved our distance. Huh. I think we'll have leftovers. Okay, now here's the part that I was talking about. Finally, now I can see N1 and the ocean. So we are finally and truly approaching the east coast now. After this, I'm gonna color in the dotted line, the dotted blue line, which marks this railroad, because it will exist and therefore can go solid blue. And I can even do some for the red route as well, because we did a little bit of the red route up to that junction. Okay, I can see Buzzaconjour Beach now. That's real big. I can see it. And very soon now... Oh, wow. I guess when I do this, I eat them up much faster than I thought. What is that? That's 4.5 stacks. It's going to be close. If there's leftovers, it most certainly won't be more than a stack. Okay, so we're getting really close to the bridge now. What is this? Yeah, we'll go ahead and what do you call that? Culvert or whatever. Okay, so now we're down to 4 stacks. That's almost half of our rails now. And here's the beach. Now we're finally ready to build the bridge. Okay, now because this bridge, or rather because this body of water goes inland for some distance and is actually quite deep, I'm going to take the bridge to 3 high because I want to be able to fit under here with my other boats. So we'll do 2, 3, 4. Is that the height I'm looking for? A little bit higher on the central channel. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 5. And this one is the one that goes up, and then we do the same on the other side. Okay, so now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was supposed to be this one. Okay, and then this goes up, out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up. Okay, and then this is the archway section. Shoot. Okay. So now the supports go here. Ah, not there. Great, now we have to do this. Which takes... No, this. Are you... Wow. Talk about bad luck. And not only that, but the sun's going down. I'm going to pause the video and hope that there's still a bed in the old Buzzaconjour Beach house. Well, maybe not. There's not that much time remaining. Okay, let's open the seal, or time capsule, if you will. We're in. And there's a bed. Here it is, just as we left it. 9 cobblestone. Okay, we'll come back to the bridge building in just a moment. Okay. Now the next morning, I'm going to seal it back up again. Take that lily pad out of the channel, and let's see if we can do this without bad luck. Wow, that's like 5 or 6 meters right there. It's probably tidal backwash or something. Okay, and now across the bridge. Feeling I missed one there. Where we stand now? We still have 3 stacks. We come very close to the eastern landing house, the first house. Just under 3 stacks. So we'll probably have about 2 stacks left over. And here we are. End of line for now. From here, we follow the coast, and now we're going to head back southwest because the ocean the ocean turns west. And so will we have... Oh my... talk about a detour. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Good thing I noticed this. Jeez, that goes down for a long way. I think we're going to have to go under the grass when we come through here, because if I were to break a block, it could disturb this entire thing, and there could be a cave-in here. There was already a slight cave-in, I think, here, because I haven't noticed it before, and there's sand on the bottom. But geez, talk about a sinkhole. That's probably halfway to bedrock. I don't see any gold down there, and it goes further down on both directions, too. That's a long way down. Okay, I forgot to mark the station. And I forgot the length of the platforms. Oh well, we'll just start with what my Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 default was, which is 7. That's enough to fit 6 cars. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is going to be the beginning of the Buzzaconjour Beach station. I will improve its layout and look. And we have accomplished the goal of the episode. The railroad is now connected, runs through and to Buzzaconjour Beach. That's interesting, a flower on the sand there. Okay, and next time, when we come back, we'll use the leftovers and find some more to start building the subway. Although, I might want to start thinking about using the leftovers on the rest of the station platforms at the new Venice station. So... just more trackage in and around New Venice. We're gonna try and we're gonna lay the subway first, and then we'll lay the rest of the track that we need to in the city, and then from there it's long distance lines, and then we'll get back to more exploration. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Not planning on doing anything when I get back, other than just waiting for the iron to arrive again. So next episode, more railroads. And I will see you guys next time. How did I miss all of this? Is this spawning in after me? Okay, well, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully next time I can do the orbital mechanics video. Bye.